Hello there, let's talk today about how to add the Hikvision camera to Hikvision NVR. As I have here, that's a Hikvision camera, a brand new one, and I just connect the camera to the first port here. So this green cable is leaving the NVR and arriving here at the camera, so I have the camera here close to my window, and that's the cable that comes from the NVR. So basically the NVR is powering the camera via PoE or power over Ethernet, so I don't need to use a power supply connected here to the camera. So just the cable, bring the power, and also the camera sends the video to the NVR using this Ethernet cable, all right? So back here to the NVR. So you see a camera like this, a brand new one, doesn't come with any IP. The camera comes with the DHCP enable, which means the camera can get an IP from the NVR, okay? So password, username and password is the same. You just open the box, connect the camera here, and the NVR is going to work and send the camera the power and also the IP address, right? Let me just explain here in a diagram so you can understand that better. So here in this diagram, I have a lot of connections, but you need to worry just about this connection here with the camera, NVR, and the monitor. That's what I have here. So I connect the camera using a cable. This green cable sends the power and sends an IP to the camera, 192.168.3.2, that's the IP. And the NVR is working in the same IP range. Here is the IP of the NVR, 192.168.3.200, okay? The IP on the camera side. So the camera, every camera that you connect here is going to get an IP from the NVR on this range, 192.168.3. something, right? The NVR has an extra IP, the 192.168.0.200, for example. It's the one that connects to the PoE switch and connect to your computer and to the router, right? But that's not part of this explanation today, right? This is for another video. Right now, just understand that you're going to use this IP here that's given by the NVR to the camera, okay? And also have an HDMI cable connected to my monitor, as you can see here. Here is the cable. That's why I can see the image of the camera on the monitor. So here we go. That's the image of the camera directly in the monitor, right? So when I right click here, I can come to menu, and here just log into the NVR. And here on configuration, see network. And here we go. That's the internal IP that I was talking about, 192.168.3.200. And the camera has the IP 192.168.3.2. Okay, it's in the same range here of the NVR. So basically that's simple, right? It's that simple. You just need to connect the camera, and the NVR is going to give the camera an IP address. All right. So let's just come back here. So that's the NVR part, the NVR configuration that you have to do. Check there with IP, it's there, right? And then here on camera, you can see that I have the camera connected to the port number 1. And here is the status. It's blue, which indicates that the camera is working. When I click here, you see the camera live. So it's basically working. And here is the IP address, 192.168.3.2, okay? That, again, was given from the NVR to the camera. I'm not giving this manually. The NVR is giving automatically this IP address. So here, basically, when I connect the camera for the first time, everything happens here. I don't need to do anything. The camera works as soon as I connect to the NVR because it's a Hikvision camera connected to a Hikvision NVR. So here, if I need to change the camera or something, I just click on Edit. And as you can see, the camera is connected to the port number 1. It's a plug and play. You have different options here, manual connection or plug and play. But every time that you have a Hikvision camera, you can just leave it like that with a plug and play. It's going to work. And the IP camera address, you see I cannot change it here because it's the NVR giving the camera this IP address. Here's the protocol, the Hikvision protocol, the original one, the port, and the channel and everything else, right? Username and password. What the NVR does is to use the username and password that you are using in the NVR to the camera. So the first time that you set up your NVR, you're going to give the NVR an IP, an username and a password. And this username and password is the same that the camera is going to get from the NVR. When you have a camera like this again, that's brand new and there is no configuration on it, right? If you reset your camera, you can bring the camera to this default state that gets an IP from the NVR, gets a username and password from the NVR, so you don't need to do that much, right? That much configuration, right? So back here to the diagram, as you can see, that's the way it's working. So I can see the image from the monitor here in the monitor, connected to the NVR via HDMI cable, and I'm ready to go. And if I want to extend that something like if I want to see from my laptop, then I need to connect this extra cable here, right, to the switch, which is the same switch connected to my laptop, and then I can see from my laptop using a web browser, just like this, for example. Here's a web browser on my computer, and then I can see what's going on there on the NVR. I'm not seeing the camera directly, okay? Let's just come back here to make that clear. From my laptop, I connect to the switch and to the NVR, and then I can see the camera because the NVR allows me to see the camera. I have no connection directly to the NVR. You see they are in a different IP range. Here's 192.168.0.160. And here is the different range. You see here I have on green and blue, just to show you guys that's a different IP range. 192.168.0. something, and here's 3 something, right? So the laptop has no direct access to the camera, but can access the image via the NVR, right? Basically the camera sends the video here, and the NVR sends the video to the camera, and I can see here via web browser. If I use the Hikvision SADP software, it can also find the NVR on the network. You see here, it found the NVR with the IP address, with the port, and everything else. So let me just come back here so I can understand better. So here we go. That's the NVR with the IP address. As you can see here, that's the one. Okay? Well, it was found via the PoE switch here and via the NVR, right? So guys, that's the way it works. So you can just connect your camera. Again, just to recap, you get a brand new camera. If you don't know the IP address or of the camera came with a different IP address. If you got like a used camera or something, and username and password is the same, you just need to reset the camera. There is no other way. If you don't know the username and password, you need to reset the camera because the NVR is going to give the camera a new IP address, and also the username and password that you use it here for the NVR will be the same that will be given to the camera, right? Reset your camera, connect the cable here, and you immediately is going to see the image on the screen, just like I have here with this NVR, right? And right now you see that I have the camera working, it's raining outside, and everything is being recorded here by this Hikvision NVR, right? So I hope you like this video. Please subscribe to this channel, leave a thumbs up and your comments, and I see you in the next one.